About a week away from the start of the 2018 Atlantic hurricane season, but the tropics are already stirring. Plus, new developments.
Sarasota on the wrong lawsuit. Will they be able to dig themselves out, and can it affect your taxes?
And how state budget cuts could eliminate local treatment programs here on the Suncoast. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us.
Well, we're a week away now from the official start of the hurricane season, but tell that to subtropical storm Alberto.
We have a live look at Manatee County tonight, where the rain has let up for now, but they have issued a local state of emergency for Manatee County. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan to find out how bad these storms will get. Bob?
Well, the reason why that's happening is because we're under a flood watch now. We can see an additional 3 to 5 inches. In some areas, you can get as much as 7 to 9 inches before it's all said and done. You look at the rainfall we're going to see tomorrow and then again on Sunday and even into Monday, it's going to cause some flooding problems here. That's the biggest issue too with the storm. Let's get a look at the latest from the National Hurricane Center on the system. This is Central Daylight Time, so at 5 o'clock this afternoon here, a 40-mile-an-hour wind that's really void of any significant storms around the center. It is moving to the east now. It is drifting to the east, and we are going to continue to see that move off to the east and eventually take off to the north. Here's the forecast cone of uncertainty. Again, showing the storm gaining some strength, top winds at 50 miles an hour by 2 p.m. on Saturday. And then by Sunday at 2 p.m., it should be fairly close to parallel just of Marco Island, and then moving off to the north-northwest and gaining even some more strength, 65 miles an hour. You'll notice that we are not in that cone of uncertainty at this point, but there are tropical storm watches in effect from just about the mouth of the Mississippi all the way over to just east of Panama City. Those are tropical storm watches, and then there are again storm surge watches in effect all the way to the Big Bend area that you see right there. We're expecting the possibility of a 4 to 6 foot storm surge with the system. The color enhanced satellite imagery continues to show the majority of the storms well east of the center as it drifts off to the east right now. As far as the storm risks go for us here, we are looking at a high risk of rip currents, especially beginning on Sunday, continuing on to Monday. Damaging winds should not be a big factor for us. There could be some isolated storms that produce winds up to 30 to 40, but heavy rain, a big problem, as well as rough seas here along the coast. So once again, the radar picture showing that we had a big round of storms move through earlier, and then more rain continues to develop southeast of us, and this is what we're going to see both on Saturday and Sunday and even into Monday, with some good deal of rain moving on through. Well, more on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. The city of Sarasota is facing a historic price tag in a breach of contract lawsuit.
A jury ruling against the city, awarding the developer more than $49 million in damages earlier this week, and now some believe it will have a significant impact on your taxes in the future. ABC 7's Adam Cellini joins us live from downtown Sarasota tonight to explain. Adam?
Yeah, Scott and Jacqueline, this started 10 years ago and all centered around this property where Art Ovation Hotel and the Palm Avenue Garage currently stand. The city was nearing a public-private partnership agreement for a mixed-use development to be built here, but they backed out at the last minute, citing some questions about the developer's ability to deliver. The developer sued for breach of contract, and earlier this week, a jury sided in their favor.
The city of Sarasota is on the hook for over $49 million. A jury ruled this week the damages are to be paid to Bucklighter Development, the plaintiff in a lawsuit that started in 2010.
It's devastating to taxpayers within the city.
The city of Sarasota's most recent total budget is just over $200 million, with over $66 million in the general fund and nearly $18 million in reserves.
Well, they have two choices. Take from reserves, which will also negatively affect their credit rating, or commercially borrow money at a higher interest rate. So those are the immediate impacts for taxpayers, just a larger tax bill.
Open government law expert Michael Barfield says the judgment could also affect the city's existing loans, raising interest rates or forcing creditors to call those debts due.
Next year's millage rate will likely increase, if for no other reason as an anticipation that the city may have to satisfy this judgment.
In a letter, City Manager Tom Barwin told his staff this week the judgment would have no immediate impact on our day-to-day operations. Their attorney in this case, Morgan Bentley, is already working on an appeal.
This is a long way to go. You know, nobody's taxes are going to go up tomorrow. Nobody's going to lose their jobs tomorrow. I mean, this case has several years left on it.
One focus of the upcoming motions, that staggering price tag from the jury.
The problem has been this disparity in the damages calculation. I mean, when you're that far apart, it's really difficult to find a middle ground.
The city attorney, Robert Fournier, is trying to get this in front of the city commissioners as quick as he can, possibly by next week, although nothing has been scheduled at this time. Attorney Morgan Bentley told us that the city's defense was tested against multiple focus groups before they ever went to trial, and about half of those fake juries, if you will, came back in favor of the city. Now they have to hope that they can convince an appellate court to rule the same. Reporting live in downtown Sarasota, I'm Adam Cellini. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Adam, thank you. An update now on a man accused of multiple burglaries at medical offices and businesses in the area. Anthony Washington arrested yesterday in connection with 4 burglaries in Manatee County. Today, Manatee County releasing a list of 21 businesses in Bradenton and Sarasota that he is connected to. To see if your medical or dental office has fallen victim to one of these recent burglaries, you can go to our website, mysuncoast.com, and then search for this story.
Florida may soon eliminate certain programs that help inmates return back into the community. Governor Rick Scott and state legislators have until the end of today to decide on having a special session to take another look at the budget. Millions of dollars in cuts would impact transitional programs for these inmates, like the 11 Bridges International facilities, including one in Bradenton, along with other local programs like First Step and Harvest House. Many graduates of the program say those programs helped them build a better life once they were released from prison.
If I would have stayed on the path that I was before prison, or even after prison, and didn't have this program, I think I probably would have gone back to my old ways.
The Department of Corrections said the underfunding for healthcare and pharmaceuticals is on top of $25 million in operational cuts that will take effect on July 1st.
A local group is working to change the structure of the Sarasota County Commission. Sarasota Alliance for Fair Elections, or SAFE, has gathered nearly 15,000 signatures on a petition to turn the commission into a single voting system. Right now, residents vote for any county commissioner who is running for each of the 5 districts. SAFE wants to change that so residents would only get to vote for the commissioner who lives in their district.
The district that I would represent is District 2, where I live, and that's the district that I would be anyways for commissioner. I can go out and meet the people and represent the people and talk to the people that are living in this community, which in the district that I'm living in. So it would be so much better and more personable.
Opponents of the system say it would deter commissioners from working together, or 2 will gang up on another. The final decision on if this amendment will make it to the November ballot will be held June 22nd. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a revolutionary change in home building coming to Englewood. We'll show you an alternative for affordable housing.
Plus, Manatee County declaring a state of emergency in anticipation of heavy rains and flooding. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan has an update on what we can expect from the storm.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota. My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
A revolutionary change in home building. A Sarasota company hopes to start 3D printing homes next year. The company says they can build a 2,000 square foot home in 24 hours. They say the home can also withstand winds up to 220 miles per hour. The builder's goal is to create these homes at an affordable price under $150,000, and the company hopes to have their 3D home printer in use by next year.
Pretty incredible technology there. All right, the National Weather Service issuing a flood watch for all counties in our area.
Up next, Bob Harrigan has a look at your first alert weather forecast. Stay with us.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions.
How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Serving part-time as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment to get an edge in the civilian world. Learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you at nationalguard.com.
Well, let's talk more about what we can expect from this storm. We know a lot of rainfall is coming, but what else should we look for?
Well, rip currents are a #1 killer. You know, it kills a lot of people that don't realize how dangerous they are. And there's going to be an issue, I think, especially Sunday and Monday. I don't know how many people will be going to the beach, but surfers go out there a lot of times, and they're really experienced with rip currents. They know a little bit more about that, but be careful. They'll probably last through Monday and Tuesday. The winds are not going to be all that strong. You know, people are asking how bad are the winds going to be. It looks like right now, if it follows inside that cone of uncertainty, we're talking 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, and that will happen mainly on Sunday. It won't be so much tomorrow, okay? So that's the story. Rainfall, rain, more of it. And why do these storms always have an impact on the weekend? It's been that way, it seems like, for the last few weeks that we've seen that. Look at this low pressure area. It's spinning just off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. And now you can see it quite clearly with the visible satellite imagery. There it is. There's our Alberto, subtropical storm Alberto, the first named storm of the season for 2018 outside the season, which officially begins June 1st. And again, notice most of the heavy rainfall over 100 miles east of the center, which is going to be moving up to the north. And this, too, is going to start to move to the north. Right now, it's moving to the east, as we showed you earlier. And notice it's void of any kind of significant storms around it because of the dry air that's been kind of wrapping around it. There are all the forecast paths and tracks from different computer models across the area, and you can see that moving off basically from Louisiana all the way over to the panhandle of Florida. We are not in any at this point, and I think it'll stay that way for the most part, as we are expecting an upper level low to develop here in the western Gulf, which will draw this system to the north. On top of that, high pressure over the greater Antilles will push it as well to the north. So it's going to eventually make a turn to the north. It's not going to continue on that easterly course, but just how long it does, it will make a little bit of an adjustment to the right if it does stay that easterly course for a little while. GFS forecast model, again, has been changing back and forth. We'll have another updated one at 11 o'clock tonight. But you'll notice this is the tremendous amount of heavy rainfall at this point, 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, staying off the coast. But this isn't light rain, believe me. That's still very heavy rainfall. But that gets very close to us with this model. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Obviously, if it is adjusted to the right, say 30 to 40 miles, we're going to see some of that moving onshore. And then it kind of moves back toward the northwest here on into Monday and into Tuesday. And it's going to sit around a while, too. And boy, the northern portions of the Gulf Coast region going to get hit hard. Now, the European model is much wetter for us here along the state of Florida, and we could see up to 5 to 7 inches of rainfall with this system as it makes its way to the north and eventually off to the northwest, and it could become a fairly significant tropical storm right there on late Monday afternoon. And that's the reason why there are tropical storm watches in effect from the mouth of the Mississippi all the way over to just east again of Pensacola, Florida, and into Panama City. Now that rainfall will stick around too, it looks like, through Tuesday. Wednesday, a good chance for showers and storms. This is that dry air I mentioned. You can see this trough of low pressure digging down underneath the storm, and now we're starting to see that turn right there. That's the upper level winds, which will cause the system to move off to the north over the upcoming 48 hours. Well, we speak of the rain. It's still out there, a lot of it too over South Florida right now. We had a downpour earlier today, and then look at, I'll push out further, and you can see that all the way down to Cuba and the Florida Straits, and that will all work its way northward as the system moves that way too. Right now, moderate to heavy rainfall in Venice to Northport. We have a flood watch in effect for the entire region. That's in effect until Monday as a result of the heavy rain forecast. This is rainfall since Saturday, so just over the last 6 days, we're talking 7 inches already. This is it has already fallen in near Venice, also near Northport and Port Charlotte, up to nearly 7 inches. Even an area right there by Bee Ridge and Clark Road has had 7 inches of rainfall so far. And I mentioned those totals fairly high, not as much though in Nokomis, but still 5 inches in Venice, 5.6 near Siesta Key as well. So the forecast tonight, a few showers, scattered showers after midnight, and then more rain expected and anticipated as we move through, especially the afternoon and evening on Saturday. The extended forecast is calling for heavy rainfall through Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday. Good chance for showers and storms. Those winds read 10 to 15 out of the east on Saturday, and then out of the southeast 20 to 25 miles an hour. And there's a small, very small chance we could see some water spout action, but that would be mainly offshore, pushing away from the coast. We'll have much more coming up throughout the day. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. A local state of emergency has been declared in Manatee County.
County commissioners voting unanimously today to move ahead with this declaration because of subtropical storm Alberto. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us live from the Manatee County Administration Building to explain what it all means. Rick?
Yeah, guys, they decided this just a few hours ago. It's a way of being prepared. County officials say declaring an emergency allows shelters to open if they need it. Also, as part of this, it makes sandbag locations available and allows more county staff to be available.
The biggest reason we're doing it is because this area has been inundated with rain over the last couple of weeks, and a lot of our area is already saturated. So the 4 to 8 inches they're predicting that could arrive in this area will just exacerbate what is already starting to become a problem. So we're worried about areas that are prone to localized flooding, things of that nature. So it's more the rain than the actual storm itself.
And right now there is one sandbag location that's located at the MCAT facility on Talavas Road. That's open until 7 o'clock tonight, so you have a little bit of time to get out there tonight. And it'll be open again tomorrow from 8 in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Reporting live from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you so much. Due to the potential for rainy weather on Monday, the annual downtown Sarasota Memorial Day Parade has been canceled. It will not be rescheduled. Organizers say this is the first cancellation of the parade in more than 30 years.
With the sales tax holiday starting next week, retailers are expecting a big spending on disaster preparedness supplies by Floridians who still have some fresh memories of Hurricane Irma. The disaster preparedness holiday period is projected to cut state revenue by $4.6 million. Local governments will experience a $1.2 million reduction in revenue, according to state economists. Beyond batteries and generators, other tax-free items will include tarps, flashlights, battery-powered radios, and portable gas tanks.
Retailers are going to be rolling out a bunch of discounts, especially the big box stores have a lot of deals going on. They want to capture as much of the audience as they can. Like I said, it's going to be very popular. People are going to be going in and out of the stores, so overall, I expect it to be a very good one for retailers this year, and consumers are going to get some really good deals and save a lot of money this year as well.
And just a reminder, next Friday, June 1st, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan and the rest of the ABC 7 First Alert weather team will have an hour-long special on what you can expect this coming hurricane season.
Tonight, walking away.
I've decided to terminate the planned summit.
Now the fallout, plus the Memorial Day escape. We're tracking the tropics. Before you take off, watch World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the Chrysler Pacifica Incredible Sales Event. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota today.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC 7 to get breaking news, plus first alert, weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC 7, we're here for you.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Well, this is not something you expect to see when trying to catch a flight. Travelers at the Tampa International Airport were in for quite a surprise today when a service dog delivered puppies in the middle of the concourse. Tampa Fire and Rescue was called into the airport to help deliver those 8 pups. A round of applause echoed through the terminal after the 8th puppy was successfully delivered. If I remember correctly, 7 boys and 1 girl puppy.
Maybe mom was a little frightened to, go on the plane.
Yeah. I know, maybe. She's got to get it done with.
We're looking at some heavy rainfall over the next 3 days. Nothing too frightening, but obviously we will see flooding of some of the roadways. Some areas that flood typically will get in danger, and also coastal residents. We could see a little bit of a surge here, depending upon how strong the system gets, 2-3 feet, which we can handle, most of us. But again, the rains are going to come fast and heavy at times too. So that'll be a big issue. I know a lot of people are going to be driving around too, and be careful out there. If you have your wipers on, you got to have your lights on, okay? And also slow down.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Bob. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a good and safe weekend.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
When I was growing up, my mom told us, always treat others the way you want to be treated. She did business with companies that shared her values, like Mutual of Omaha. She had a guaranteed whole life insurance policy through United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, a Mutual of Omaha company. When my mother passed away, her United of Omaha policy helped cover her funeral expenses and bills, and they had money on its way to us within 24 hours.
United of Omaha is here to take care of you. When you call the number on your screen, we'll help find the right policy for you. If you're between 45 and 85, you can get coverage up to $25,000 with no medical exam. Call us right now at the number on your screen.
Now I know I'll be taking care of my family, even after I'm gone.
United of Omaha guaranteed whole life insurance. Call or go online now. Be there for their future.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G-Freed has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G-Freed Flooring America. G-Freed Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.